प्रभु तव मूर्ति विनोदकारी पलपन विसारी जुगल चरण सोल छिन्न जेह नजर समीपे रहो अमारी एह नजर समीपे रहो अमारी एह। ठाकुर जी महाराज नी जय, घनश्याम महाराज नी जय, स्वामीनारायण भगवान नी जय, सद्गुरुदेव नी जय। Our utmost dear Wala Shri Thakur Ji Maharaj, our divine Muktanandiya Parampara, the pathmaker to our liberation, our Puja Guruji, and all of you, Santo and Bhakto, Jai Swaminarayan. Today I want to talk to you all about something which happens in the world night and day. Something that is not on a religious basis, but is definitely something that can connect in religious ways that we will see today. But I have a question for all of you today. What is the fastest spreading 6-letter word? 6 letters and it spreads the fastest. It's just one word in the dictionary, but it's so fast that by its spread a lot of damage can be caused. May it be in satsang, that's 5 letters, but you're close. But there's many things that a person can do to avoid this one word if one chooses. But it's so tempting. It's so attractive. It pulls us and we want to do more and more of it. We enjoy doing more of it. How fast does this word spread? Let's take a look by previewing this video. As you all saw in this video, it's Christmas and the lights may have caused a short circuit below. And due to that short circuit, in 45 seconds, a nice decorated room with some sofas, a table, a Christmas tree was engulfed in flames. Just 45 seconds. As we are looking here, this small fire, there's a lamp, a table, 0 seconds, 1 second, the fire starts. The Christmas tree catches on fire immediately and causes a big engulfed fire, and it's spreading. This is actually a real video, a real scenario. The speed of the fire is so much so that within 45 seconds, the whole room is burned. Within 45 seconds, the whole room is burned. Now, this is just a scenario of how fast fire works. But we can also definitely compare this fire example to the word that we are going to talk about. I want you to take this video into your mind and keep playing it forward over and over when this word is introduced, and you'll get a picture of exactly what we're going to talk about today. If you can't guess it, the 6-letter word is none other than... Next, please. One minute. Some technical issues. Some technical issues. I already... Until then, that 6-letter word that all of you have been waiting for is not that easy to figure out and find out through such kind of technicalities. But we will definitely figure it out today, what that 6-letter word is. That 6-letter word is none other than something that you might have done in your life, something that you may have seen done in another's life, something that's in your family, something that's around you, your friends, 24 hours a day, at least once a day you meet it. Maybe you do it once a day. You never know. It's something that is so hard to avoid or resist that it's kind of like breathing. Just how easy breathing is, that's how easy this one word is to do. Just how one enjoys one's meal when one is very hungry, in the same way, one enjoys this word when one is bored. It's a lot of suspense. And I want to keep it that way. Okay, and here we go. This word is none other than gossip. Gossip, you were close. Rumor is 5 letters. Gossip is a 6-letter word. Gossip, what is it? How can we avoid? What damage does it cause? Is something to definitely ponder over. Everyone knows a very, very surface leveled meaning of this word. But more than that, there's a lot of damage that can be done even with this 6-letter word. Next, please. As you can see. So what do you know about this gossip? Well, in short, if we look at the meaning, it's something that is bad, yes. Gossip is bad talk or rumor about a person that gets passed around and is basically not true. It's not true. We don't know the background around that person, who that person is, how that person is. We don't know exactly whereabouts of that person or the details, but some way, somehow, 2 friends are talking and they're bored. So one person gets a message about that person, but it's not bad. But this person who has a tendency to do gossip turns that very message into a negative sentence and shares it to his friend. His friend goes to another friend and shares it, and within 1 hour, the whole school knows it. That's how bad this one word is. As devotees, why should we pay attention to this word? Because Bhagwan Swaminarayan has said in his Vachanamrut, one should never talk negative even about a Hari Bhagat or a non-Hari Bhagat. This is all negative talk. This is all time passing talk. There's nothing that one gets out of gossiping, yet we do it. May it be a satsangi, may it be a person who wears a kanti, may it be a person who has the tilak chanlo on, but we do not realize that we are hurting others by doing this very, very subtle. It cannot be seen. Yes, we can see these speakers, these lights, the chandelier, this carpet, but we cannot see the atoms that are inside of each and every object in the same way. We can see everything, but we cannot see the damage that is being done by this 6-letter word. That's how difficult it is to avoid because of its temptation, and also to spread. Very easy to do. So without further ado, let's take a look next regarding, now how is this caused? Well, relation issues, ego, anxiety, anger, jealousy, hatred, depression, low self-esteem. All these words are all related to this one word. How so? Because one may have hatred towards another person, so one wants to spread. That's one way. One may be jealous of someone. That's a very common one. This person plays very good sports, so I can't play as good, so now he's spreading the rumor that this person is only playing just to show off. But in reality, it's his hobby. He might enjoy it. It's a way to balance his life, to relieve the stress of school. He may be playing a sport, but we do not like how good he's playing. So due to that jealousy, we spread a rumor or spread gossip that he's showing off. That's why he's playing. There is no other reason. This is gossip. This is negative talk. Depression. A person who's depressed has obviously nothing, for him or to live for, or nothing to lose. So gossip is a way to kind of try to relieve that depression. Low self-esteem, lack of self-confidence also causes gossip to arise. Anger, of course, anger and jealousy go hand in hand. Anxiety, ego, the biggest one. We think that we are greater or superior than the other person. Due to that, we spread gossip of that person, but we do not know his internal thoughts. We do not know his intention. And due to that, if it's a Hari Bhagat, we are directly causing or doing dhro or insult of that Hari Bhagat. So it's actually one of the worst things to do, because the way to exit satsang is by insulting others, and the way to climb satsang is by taking the qualities of others. This is a small and simple formula, yet it's very big and difficult at the same time. So as satsangis, we should not do that at all. And there are examples in satsang that we have to take a look at for sure, that will definitely relate. And here's an example. Alaya Kachar. Alaya Kachar had great love and devotion for Maharaj, but he had ego. He had ego, and he thought that he was the best devotee of all. So one time in Sabha, Shriji Maharaj was there, Muktanand Swami was there, and Santos were there, and Haribhaktos were there. Muktanand Swami, or Maharaj asked Muktanand Swami, out of all the Haribhaktos in satsang, which top 3 would you rank? Alaya Kachar was sitting in that sabha. So number 1, Muktanand Swami said Dada Kachar. Alaya Kachar is sitting in the back, so he does one of the I'm here, you can say my name kind of deal. Number 2, Parvat Bhai. Alaya Kachar is like, I have to be number 3. He's like, does a couple more, to try to get Muktanand Swami's attention. Muktanand Swami knows. And number 3, Gordhan Bhai. Alaya Kachar became furious. He started to gossip about Muktanand Swami, that he's a show-off, he's the worst sant, he's just old, he's this, he's that. And he was ready to kill Muktanand Swami. He plotted a plan. Then, Alaya Kachar later on broke his kanti and left satsang. But how did it start? Due to his ego, and due to his ego, gossip was spread. Suppose he contained his ego and did not share or say anything about Muktanand Swami, he might have been saved from satsang. He might have been, he could have turned back if he had bhav and some other sant. He could have turned back, but he started the insult in the form of gossip. And due to that, he himself kicked himself out of satsang. The ocean, it's very vast and big. 70% of the world is covered in ocean. And the biggest mammal in the world is the whale. The biggest mammal in the world is the whale. Yet, when the whale dies, even the ocean throws it out. Observe this. When the whale dies, the ocean slowly throws it out and it comes on the sea. Because the ocean does not accept it, because it's dead now. In the same way, in satsang, when one develops ego and starts to do gossip, satsang will kick this person out and throw him outside of satsang, and he'll be in the world, just like everyone else right now. This is how difficult this one word is to avoid, but as satsangis, we must become aware. As satsangis, we must become alert. As satsangis, we must resist the temptation of talking negative about someone else. It's very easy to do, it's very tempting to do, but we must resist, because we do not want to fall in satsang, we want to rise. We do not want to drop, we want to accelerate. And the way to do this is by saying good qualities of others. Nonetheless, Jiva Kachar, another one, he became jealous of Dada Kachar, and due to that jealousy, he also started to spread rumors about Dada Kachar, a very great devotee, and due to that, he also fell from satsang. These are live examples in the time of Shriji Maharaj. Now, if these examples happened in the time of Shriji Maharaj, Bhagwan himself, then who are we today? How can it not happen to us? It can happen within a second. Just like how I showed you that video of the fire spreading in 45 seconds, the whole room was engulfed. In the same way, our whole heart will be engulfed if we do not stay away from this one word, the 6-letter word that can kill us the fastest: gossip. It's a word of the world, but it connects so much to satsang, because Bhagwan Swaminarayan has said that my devotees should not speak negative about anyone. Due to that very factor, it is a very, very dangerous word. So now the question is gossip a sin? Doesn't say anywhere in any of the scriptures about gossip that gossip is a sin. Yeah, it says stealing is a sin, eating meat is a sin. Yeah, small kind of rules like these, big rules. Drinking alcohol is a sin. It says all this, but does it say gossip is a sin? Now my question to you is gossip a sin? Let's take a look. In the Vachanamrut, it states that no other sin is greater than to knowingly or unknowingly hurt a devotee of God by thought, word, or deed. So if you connect this very word to the Vachanamrut, it is a very big sin. There is no greater sin than this. Bhagwan says there is no greater sin than this: to hurt a devotee of God by thought, word, and deed. So we Haribhaktos we have to be more aware than the people of the world. Why? Because we're going to be living in the middle of an environment full of Haribhaktos. a controlled environment. The people of the world, if you spread gossip or hurt them, Bhagwan's not going to be like, like this. He's not going to say this because this is applying for a devotee of God. But definitely, after coming into satsang, after knowing everyone, after relating with everyone, after knowing how each and every person's swabhav nature is, if we do not avoid this one word, then this can happen. It states that no other sin is greater than to knowingly or unknowingly. Knowingly is to spread gossip. Yes, you know you're directly doing it. But unknowingly suppose that you want to speak good, but somehow, some way you speak bad. That's also a very, very sukshma, very, very subtle sin. And to hurt a devotee of God, a devotee here in terminology is not only a householder devotee, it's also a sant. Devotees mean everyone. It doesn't mean that it's not only used for terminology purposes only for a householder. It's whoever worships Bhagwan Swaminarayan is considered a devotee in this very context of God by thought, word, and deed. So all the devotees in our Loyadham Parivar, especially who are young-minded, yes, still growing and maturing mentally, should be very, very cautious of this one word, gossip. So, how do you avoid gossip? Of course, there's some kind of contingency plan that we have to plan out. There's some kind of plan, there's some kind of method to avoid this one word, because we do want to avoid it. Where there is negative, there's also a positive, and where there's a positive, there's also a negative. So let's see the plan. So it has 3 parts. Use the 3 filter test. There's a 3 filter test. There's 3 things that we need to do. Here in our Mandir, we have a AC unit, commercial grade, and the condensers, there's big machines in the bottom at the basement that have filters, net filters, that filter out the air before passing it through its system, the ventilation system. So you have to replace it every month in order for the air to stay purified. So sometimes we do forget, and it might become 2 months. But when we take it out, it's so clogged and thick with dust that you cannot even see through it. That's how much dust there is in the air. And that's how much we're also breathing. We don't know it. But just like how that filter filters out the bad particles or the dust or the air and gives us pure air, in the same way there's 3 filters that we need to undertake in order for us to avoid this one word. Number 1, it's good. Is it good or bad? Ask the person. Suppose that a person is like, hey, I gotta tell you something. It's very important. Yeah, sure. You tell him, why not? Tell me. I need your private time. When you're free, you have to be alone. I need to tell you something. So you're like, oh, it might be something, that person may be dealing with, might need some personal help. Sure, why not? As a friend, sure. But do not fall into that trap. Ask that person before even going to that person's house or wherever that person is invited. Is it good or bad? Suppose the person says bad. Then you have to dissect it a little more. Is it about someone else? Yes. Do you know for sure that this is how it is? No. Then avoid. I would rather not know because I cannot be a helping hand in this situation. But please share it to someone else because I cannot handle the information. That's number 1 filter. Number 2, the second filter is it true or false? Sometimes it's very hard to determine if it's true or false, but that gossip automatically wants to make it false. People want to spread false information, but you're asking, that person. Is it true or false? First, good, bad. Second, true or false. This filter, first, if it's good, you're good. Second, if it's true, then you're still good. You can still listen. But suppose you hit two checkpoints. You say if it's good or bad, it's bad. If it's true or false, you say it's false, maybe. Then those are red flags. One has to start thinking about moving away from that person to avoid one's brain to become polluted with this bad knowledge or information. And number 3, is it beneficial to me or to that person? Most important. How is it going to benefit me? How is it going to benefit me that that person that's playing sports is playing due to showing off? What does that have to do with me? Nothing. It's an example. What does that have to do with me? Nothing. Then avoid it. Take this 3 filter test. Is it good or bad? Is it true or false? And is it beneficial for me or the other person? If one takes this 3 filter test, automatically one will be able to stay away and avoid the gossip of anyone and keep one's mind very pure, which is very necessary on the path of going to God. It is very necessary and needed in order to worship God and to have inner peace. The very reason why people are not at peace, people are miserable, is because of negativity. And this is the fastest way negativity can be spread. So finally, we can say, words have no wings, but they can fly 1,000 miles. Yes. Actually, according to religious context, when one says a word, it flies away in the space, and it is gone in space, and it is there. It does not become destroyed, it's there. Even in Kurukshetra, where the Mahabharata took place, that legendary battles for the 18 days that took place, there was so much commotion and so much sound of weapons that all that sound went into space, but even at times people still hear sounds there at that grounds. That's how much sound is carried. In the same way, words have no wings, but they can fly 1,000 miles. So one should avoid this one 6-letter word, which is very, very dangerous for anyone if one takes it. And one should also understand that if one has to deal with it, if one has to encounter such kind of situation, then take this 3 filter test. Is it good or bad? Is it true or false? And is it beneficial for me or the other person? Because in satsang, this one other word of gossip is the very root of kusang. Bhagwan Swaminarayan says in the Vachanamrut Gadada 1st chapter 17th that he wants to take out that part of kusang in satsang. Yeah. Suppose that you have an apple and you know that this part is bad. Well, you have to take a knife and cut that part off, and then you can eat it. But if you also eat the bad part, there is chances of you getting sick. In the same way, in satsang, there may be some kind of negativity, there may be some kind of kusang, there may be some kind of bad, but that bad in the form of gossip, rumors, negative talks should be avoided at all times. Because if one wants to worship God, if one wants to stay God-centered, then this is the only way. But if one keeps polluting one's mind by listening to negative talks, then it's not possible. Bhagwan cannot be worshipped and nothing else can be done. So it is very, very important for devotees to take matter. And this happens more when one becomes older. When one becomes an age of 16, 17, 18 plus. One starts to go into high school, one starts to go into satsang more and more, become more active, start to know others' natures. And due to that, what happens is that one's nature might not match another person's. So what happens is that automatically some other person who is a friend, a close friend, you will start to spread a talk saying that, hey, did you hear that that person is doing this? But in reality, we are actually insulting the Hari Bhagat of God, and in reality, Bhagwan considers it to be the greatest sin of all. So one should never hurt a devotee of God by mind, word, or deed any way possible. That is the only way to attain Bhagwan Swaminarayan, his Ekantik Satpurush, and Santo Bhakto's Rajipo. Saying this, my humble Jai Swaminarayan.